Candles glow, phones are up, and everyone smiles at me. The frosting smells sweet and heavy, and the forks clink like a tiny bell. My chest loosens just a little. It finally feels like my moment, then my stepbrother clears his throat. He slides in front of the cake and lifts his chin like a host. "I have an announcement." The room tilts. The smiles fade into thin lines. He keeps talking, louder now, and people lean in. I hear a soft gasp near the punch bowl. A waxy scent of candles mixes with buttercream, and my stomach tightens. I can't even hear the song that should be mine. My mom looks between us, unsure. My friends glance at me, waiting for a cue. I'm holding the knife, but it feels like he's holding the night. This was supposed to be simple, just cake, a wish, and me. Here it is again, the same pattern, the same pull. The spotlight slides off my face and lands on him, like it always does when my stepbrother tries to make my birthday about himself. I taste sugar and nerves. I take a breath and meet his eyes. Do I keep quiet or keep my day? The night it happened. From cake to chaos, every party has a tipping point. Mine arrived fast, with frosting on the air and eyes pointed at me. The night felt steady, then it slipped. You could almost hear the switch flip, setting the scene. Candles, wishes, and a twist. The living room hummed with a low playlist and soft chatter. The cake knife felt cool in my hand, the candles flickering like tiny nerves. Someone started the song, a few voices high and shy. Wax dripped onto the frosting. I saw my wish in the wobble of light, simple and private. I drew a breath to blow them out, smiling at the glow on my friends' faces. He stepped in, shoulder first, and spoke over the candles, his move. The big announcement that stole the room. He raised his hand like a signal. His voice cut through the singing. "Quick thing before we do this," he said. "I've got news." Angled his body so the crowd faced him, not me. Two people moved aside, and the room turned with them. The fallout. Faces, silence, and my stolen spotlight. Reactions came in sharp beats like a track skipping. My aunt clapped twice, unsure, then kept clapping because others did. My mom smiled too wide and stared at the cake instead of me. My best friend locked eyes with me, then looked down at her cup. My cousin whispered, "Wait now." But no one answered. One guest asked to follow up, handing him the floor like a mic. I stood still, holding the knife, feeling the heat from the candles kiss my wrist. My cheeks went hot. My throat closed around the wish I was about to make. He talked fast, bright, and certain, and the crowd reset around him. I watched my knight shrink to the edge of the table while crumbs from last year's fight scattered in my head. I did not feel surprised. I felt practiced. Because this was not new, and I knew the script by heart. Not the first time. Patterns, red flags, and what I missed. Spotlight stealing does not start big. It starts small, like a cough before a speech. I kept telling myself it was bad timing or nerves. It was not. It was a pattern I fed by staying quiet and smoothing things over. Last year's party that went sideways. Last year he waited until my first slice hit the plate. Then he clinked his glass and announced he had been asked to lead a big project, like he had just won an award. People clapped and turned away from the candles. Someone shouted questions, and the room shifted around him. My aunt asked for details, my mom smiled and nodded, and my friends went still. The music kept playing, but the mood dropped. I stood next to my own cake and felt like the extra in my own scene. I laughed it off, passed plates, and swallowed the lump in my throat so no one would have to deal with it. Other moments he turned into his show. Holiday, Christmas Eve. He showed up late with a giant bag and a story about a secret audition. He told it from the entryway like a stage, while we held warm plates and cooled down inside. My dad tried to bring out the desserts, and he talked louder. I stood by the tree lights and watched him pull focus like a magnet. School event, awards night. I got a small scholarship and a handshake. He stood up mid-photos to brag about a contact who wanted him for a summer gig, then asked the room for advice. The teacher smiled tight and moved on. I took my certificate, smiled for the camera, and wondered why my win needed his commentary. Red flags I missed, and signs you can spot early. If you grow up with someone who soaks up attention, it can feel normal. You explain it away. Families often tilt toward the loudest person, then defend it as that's just how he is. Here are the signs I ignored until they stacked up last-minute announcements gifts to himself interrupting to tell a story sulking when not center guilt trips comparing achievements each one chips at the person being celebrated. Put a few together, and you get a blueprint for hijacking any event. I thought kindness would fix it. What I needed was boundaries, not another slice of cake and a smile. Why some step-siblings grab the spotlight on your day. Spotlights do not wander by accident. On birthdays, they get pulled like metal to a magnet. In blended families, that pull can get strong. Old roles shift, new ties feel shaky, and a day that should feel simple starts to feel like a test. If your step-sibling keeps edging into your moment, you are not imagining it. There are real reasons the room tilts. This is not about villains. It is about people trying to feel valued when the family map keeps changing. Understanding the why helps you protect your day without blowing up the bond. Jealousy and the need for attention. Birthdays can stir quiet panic. When the focus lands on you, your step-sibling may feel like it lands away from them. Jealousy is not always loud. Sometimes it looks like jokes, side comments, or a sudden announcement that shifts the room. In a blended home, kids often track attention like currency. If they feel unsure of their place, they may grab any chance to be noticed. A birthday, with hugs and cheers, can feel like a spotlight they have to borrow to feel seen. Keep this in mind. Attention-seeking is usually a sign of a deeper need. It says, "Do I matter here too?" That does not excuse hijacking your moment. It does explain why it happens. Meeting that need in steady ways can lower the urge to steal the stage on big nights, what it sounds like. "Real quick, I have news," or "Wait, before we cut the cake," what it hides. Fear of getting pushed to the edge, worry about losing status, or grief for the old version of the family. Simple truth said with care helps. "Today is about me. Your news matters, but we can share it after." You protect your space while still leaving room for them to feel safe. Comparisons, unclear roles, and rivalry, small comparisons stack like coins. "She gets better grades. He is more outgoing. You used to be the baby." Each comment seems tiny. Together, they build a scoreboard in everyone's head. Blended families often come with fuzzy roles. Who is the oldest now? Who gets what kind of praise? That fog breeds rivalry. Kids read tone, timing, and even where people stand in a photo. By the time your candles are lit, the scoring has already started. Skip ranking. Drop phrases like the smart one, the helpful one, or the talented one. Celebrate moments, not titles. Say what someone did, not who they are compared to someone else. The less scorekeeping, the fewer power grabs when the cake comes out. What parents can do so everyone feels seen. Parents set the stage. A few steady habits make birthdays calmer and kinder for everyone. Set a birthday routine. Decide the flow ahead of time. Song, candles, wish, cake, then any announcements. Share it with the family so no one improvises mid-slice. Let the birthday kid choose food and games. Give clear control on the day. Their menu, their playlist, their game. Simple and non-negotiable. No comparisons ever. Praise without stacking kids against each other. Use concrete words like "you worked hard on that" or "you were patient with guests." In after events, short, private chats help. Ask, "How did that feel?" Give space for each child to share wins and rough spots. Praise kind behavior, catch the good stuff. "Thanks for waiting to share your news. I saw you pass plates first." Rewarding grace reduces the push to steal attention. The goal is not perfect manners. It is a home where each kid trusts they will get their turn. When that trust is solid, your birthday feels like it should. Your wish, your slice, your light. What finally worked for me? Calm boundaries and a simple plan. I stopped begging the room to be kind to my moment. I started running the moment. Quiet rules, a clear plan, and a voice that did not shake. That combo kept the spotlight where it belonged and gave me a way out if things went sideways. No yelling. No scenes. Just firm lines that held, even when he tried to push them. The script I used before the party. "I want a low-drama birthday. Please save announcements for another day. If something big comes up, let's talk after cake and photos." Getting parents on the same page. I asked for 5 minutes in the kitchen the day before. No long speech, just clarity and calm. Parents want an easy night too. They just need a map. What I needed. I want the birthday schedule to stay on track. Song, candles, wish, cake, then photos. Why it mattered. Last year hurt. I want this night to feel safe and happy. How they could help. If he starts to make an announcement, please step in. Say, "Let's hold that for later." Then hand me the knife or start the song. Cue, "If I touch my necklace," redirect the room. Say, "Time for candles." Tone request. Stay calm even if he pushes. No debate during the party. This was not a debate. It was a plan. Parents agreed because it was simple and kind, and it gave them a clear role, day, of moves that kept the focus on the birthday. I treated the night like a set list. Clear beats, steady packing, no empty space for chaos to grow. Set a schedule. Song at 7:30, candles by 7:35, cake slices by 7:45, photos after. I told 2 people the time so the room flowed without questions. Pick a toast lead. My aunt opened with a short toast before the song. It gave the room a cue and closed the door on quick announcements. Use one calm redirect line. "Let's save news for after cake." I said it once, then started the song. No extra words, assign a point person. My best friend stood near the speaker. If voices rose, she hit play on the playlist and lifted the cake knife to me. Take a short break if tension rose. I stepped into the hallway, took 10 breaths, then came back smiling. Reset beats rage every time. Each move was small. Together, they made a wall. He tried to push one brick, the structure held. Backup plan if he acts out. I did not wait to improvise. I kept simple exits ready and used the quietest one that worked. Pause the event. Quick pause. We will start the song in 2 minutes. People sipped drinks, the heat dropped, control returned, moved the cake. If the room got loud, we carried the cake to the dining room. Smaller space, less audience for drama, delay presents. We are opening gifts after dessert. No debate, just a new order that cut off grandstanding. End early if needed. Thanks for coming, I am calling it a night. Short, polite, final. I texted thank yous the next day. The secret was not force, it was calm authority. The plan did not fight him, it outlasted him. And for once, the candles were mine, your playbook. Stop a birthday hijack before it starts. You stand there, knife in hand, candles waiting for your breath. The air buzzes with expectation. Then you spot that familiar shift in his eyes, the one that says your moment might not stay yours. Heart racing, you wonder if this time you can hold the line. You can. This playbook arms you with tools to claim your day from the start. No big fights, just smart steps that keep the joy yours. Simple script you can use without drama. Words matter when tension builds. Pick your tone based on the vibe, but stay clear and kind. These lines cut through without sparking a scene. Polite option. I appreciate you wanting to share, but today means a lot to me. Can we talk about your news after we finish the cake? Firmer option. This night is for my birthday, so please hold announcements for later. Let's focus on the candles right now. A party plan that protects the spotlight. A solid plan turns chaos into calm. You set the rules early, so no one derails the flow. Here are key steps to lock in your spotlight. Set a start and end time to keep things moving and avoid late-night surprises. Pick a host to guide moments, like leading the song or handing out slices. Pre-plan toasts so they stay short and stay on your celebration. Ban surprise announcements by telling guests ahead of time. Trim the guest list if needed to make the group feel tight and focused. When to pause the party or step away. Tensions rise fast in a crowded room. Watch for raised voices that cut the chatter, repeated interruptions that pull eyes away, or tears that signal the edge. Spot these and act quick to reset. One calm line works every time. Let's take a quick break and get back to the cake in a minute. Step away if it helps, breathe deep, then return with your smile intact. Aftercare. How to feel better and plan for next year. The party ends, but the feelings linger. Talk it out with a parent right after, sharing what went well and what stung. Share a small celebration later, just you and close ones, to reclaim the joy you earned. For next year, map a clear plan now. Pick your date, lock the menu, and set family rules. Brighter days wait ahead. You deserve them, and this time they stay yours. Conclusion. The candles flickered again that night, their glow pulling eyes back to me after his words hung in the air. I gripped the knife tighter. Felt the room hold its breath and spoke up with a steady voice. This moment is mine, I said, and the song started fresh. No more stolen breaths or fatting wishes. I claimed my spotlight, small but sure. Patterns like these run deep in blended families, fueled by jealousy or shaky roles, yet they don't have to define your day. Real reasons exist, but boundaries hold firm when you set them early and kindly. You protect your joy without breaking ties, turning chaos into calm control. What about you? Has a sibling ever tried to hijack your special moment? Drop your story in the comments below. Let's swap tips and laughs like we do on Reddit. Your words might light someone else's path. Take that deep breath now. Your birthday waits, fully yours.